discussed about what are the different types of crops, definition of the crop, correct? What is the need of the crop? Why we have to grow the crop? Which are the things are important for that, right? So let us discuss what we have discussed. We have discussed about what is the need for the crop production. What are the need for the crop production? Next, what are the definition of the crop? Next, what are the types of the crop? What are the types of the crops? We are discussed, right? So in today's session, let me discuss about which are the major practices to grow the crops. So growing the crop is not easy. There are so many methods should be followed by the farmers to grow the crops. Which are those methods? What are the steps are involved in that we will be discussing in today's session. I will show some of the slides regarding that, so then you can easily recognize which are the important materials are used in the production of the crops and which are the steps. There are many steps are there. Okay, along with some slides I will explain those things. Keep observing those steps. Okay, and note down the points. When I am stressing any points, no, you must note down in your notebook. Okay, let's begin our class now. Yes.
So dear students, we will observe some of the pictures that are related to the crop production and management. In this picture, we can see the farmer is already grown the crops here, but before growing the crops, there should be a certain step should be followed. Okay, to grow the crops. Let us discuss along with some of the pictures. Okay, see, as in the first class I told you people, right? Here you can observe crop. In the red letters crop is given, no? Here the definition is also given. Same type of plant grown and cultivated on a large scale is called crop. For example, wheat crop, which is grown on a large area, only one type of crop. So the practice of farming and cultivation of crop is called agriculture. What do you mean by the agriculture? Practice of farming and cultivation of the crop. So how it can be done? By either by using the old agricultural practice or improved agricultural practice. We will discuss with the next slide. Old agricultural practices are, which are the old agricultural practices and new agricultural practices. Why these are all process should be done? Because there is a demand of large population. There is a large population in the country. To fulfill the need of the peoples, there is a need of food production. Okay. Next, in the first class I told you people about on the basis of the season, kharif plants and rabi plants and all. In this picture you can observe kharif crops and rabi crops. Kharif crops means here you can observe, see, sown in a rainy season. Okay, rainy season in India starts from June to September. Examples for the kharif plants are paddy, maize, soybean, groundnut, cotton, etc. Here you can observe the rabi crops, which is sown usually in the winter season. Winter season starts from October to March. Example for rabi crops are wheat, gram, pea, mustard, linseed. Okay, and I also told that in the summer season some of the pulses and some of the vegetables are also grown. Okay. So now the actual topic in the today's session is cultivation of crops involves certain steps. As I told before growing the crops, there are the certain steps should be followed. See here, preparation of the soil, sowing, adding the manures and fertilizers, irrigation, protecting from the weeds, harvesting and storage. So these are the steps should be followed before growing the crops. Okay, among them first one is preparation of the soil. So in the today's session we will discuss about the first one, that is preparation of the soil. Okay, yes. So here you can observe along with some pictures, the step is also given. First step is preparation of the soil. Here it is usually between April and May. Okay. Next one is sowing. Third one is adding manures and fertilizers, irrigation. Okay. So next one is protecting from the weeds. Okay. So fifth one is protecting from the heats, harvesting. Last one is storage. Okay, last one is storage. So along with the diagrams they are given. Okay, which are the steps are involved in the agricultural practices. Among them we will discuss the first one, preparation of the soil. Okay, here you can observe the preparation of the soil, first step. Okay, I will explain along with some of the points. Keep observing the slides. Okay, preparation of the soil, it is the first step before growing a crop. Okay, among the 6 steps, the first step is preparation of the soil. Understood? One of the most important tasks in the agriculture is to turn and loosen the soil. Okay, here you can observe losing and turning of the soil. Okay, so it is very important, it is very important. So among the preparation of soil, so which one is very important? Preparation of the soil is very important. Okay, so why it is so important? It is very need to turn and loosen the, it is very need to turn and loosen the water, turn and loosen the soil. Why we have to turn and loosen the soil? That is very important. Why we have to turn the soil means this allows the roots to penetrate deep into the soil. So if you turn the soil well, what happens? The roots will go deep into the soil and they allow the breathe easily. Okay, the roots can breathe easily. Why the roots can breathe easily means the loosened soils helps in the growth of earthworms and microbes present in the soil. Okay, so this will help for the growing of earthworms. Okay, the earthworms will grow. See in this slide you can observe. So what is the important feature of the earthworms? It is helps in loosening the soil and soil aeration. Soil aeration means the oxygen is well circulated in that area. Okay, so the loosening the soil is very important because the roots should be go deep into the soil, then it can circulate the minerals and water very perfectly. Okay, and another one main function is it helps in the growth of earthworms. Earthworms are called farmer friend. Okay, this helps in the breathing of roots easily. Okay, so this is one of the important thing of the earthworms. And one more thing you can observe here, one more point. Soil is hard, watering is done. So after turning of the soil, what we have to do? We have to water the soil. Why we have to water the soil? Because it is so hard. During the summer season, what happens? The soil becomes very hard. So in order to smoothen the soil, we have to water it. Okay, and after that manure should be added. Okay, what we have to add? Manures, fertilizers must be added. After that ploughing is done. So I will tell you what is meant by ploughing. The process of loosening and turning the soil is called tilling or ploughing. Okay, here you can observe ploughing or tilling. What do you mean by ploughing or tilling? The process of loosening the soil. The process of loosening the soil, okay, is called ploughing. Wait, I will show you. Here you can observe the process of loosening or turning the soil is called ploughing. How it can be done? It can be done using the ploughs. I will show the diagram later. Okay, it is done by using the plough. Okay, so what is plough? How it is look like? I will show you. Understood? So before the crops must be grown, what we have to do? We have to prepare the soil well. Okay. Next. So loosen. So what is the importance of loosened soil? The loosened soil importance are more air passage, crop production, good crop production, retained water and nutrients are brought. Understood? Next, see why we have to loosen the soil means the loosened soil helps in the more air passage, good crop production. If you loosen the soil well means it will helps in the good production of the crops, and it will retain the water. Water retention is also one of the important good thing for the growing of crops. Understood, dear student? Okay. Next, I already told you about the earthworms. Earthworms is helps in loosening the soil and soil aeration. Next, humus. Humus is nothing but organic fertilizer. How does the organic fertilizer is produced? It is decomposed by the matter rich in nutrients. Decomposed in the sense, in this diagram you can observe. The plant will eat the animals will eat the plants. Okay. So after eating the plants, what happens? One day the plants will also die and animals are also die. These plants and animals are living things. After dying they converted into humus. Okay, they will convert after into humus. Thus this humus is very important for the growing of crops. Here you can observe the nutrient decompose. Okay, so the nutrient rich layer organic matter humus. Okay, see, you can see, I told you before, no? So earthworms and microbes are the farmer friends. They are the true farmer friends. Okay, why they are called a farmer friend? Because they helps in the good soil aeration. Soil aeration. Understood? Okay. So this is about how to loosen the soil. Okay. Understood? What is ploughing? Understood? The process of loosening and turning the soil by using the plough is called as ploughing. So how the plough is there, I will show next. In the next slide I will show how the plough is look like. Understood? So this is about the very important thing about the preparation of the soil. So dear students, now I will explain about the agricultural implements. These agricultural implements involves the tools used for soil preparation. Which are the tools are used for the soil preparation? Among them, first one is plough. So plough is used from the ancient times. It is used for tilling the soil and also adding the fertilizers, and also helps in removing the weeds. So it is helps for the tilling the soil, adding the fertilizers, and also removing the weeds. What are weeds? Weeds are the unwanted plants. Okay, and this is made up of either wood or iron. Okay, so it is made up of either wood or iron. It is made up of either wood or iron. Understood? And it is made up of either wood or iron. Okay, and it is drawn by the pair of bulls or other animals, and it contains a triangular iron strip called ploughshare. See, here you can observe it is drawn by the pair of bulls, and it contains a triangular shaped structure called ploughshare. Okay, so I will ask the question, explain the structure of plough. Then you have to draw the diagram in your notebook and you have to explain. Among them, first point is it is used from the ancient times. Okay, and it helps to adding the fertilizers and also helps in removing the weeds. It is drawn by a pair of bulls, and it contains a triangular shaped structure called ploughshare. Okay, next, third point, the main plough is a long wood called plough shaft. See, here plough shaft. The three important parts are, one part is it is made up of either wood or iron. Next one, triangular shaped structure called ploughshare, and it is a long structure called plough shaft. Okay, there is an handle at the one end of the shaft. Okay, there is an handle at the one end of the shaft. So this is about the structure of the plough. And one more point is, so you know that a pair of bulls are drawn by the plough. Okay, next, the other end of attached to the beam which is placed on the bull's neck. Okay, the one end is at the land side, other one is it is placed on the neck of the bulls. One pair of bulls are also used. Next, wooden or iron plough is used nowadays. See, nowadays this wooden is replaced by the iron one. In the ancient times, more of the wooden ploughs are used, but nowadays it is replaced by the iron ones. Okay, so let's move to the next material, that is hoe. So what is that? How it is look like? It is a simple tool which is used for the removing the weeds and also for the loosening the soil. So it is also used for the removing the weeds and also loosening the soil. Okay, it is very simple instrument. It is a very simple instrument. It has a long rod wood or iron. Okay, it has a long rod wood. Okay, it has a long rod wood, either made up of iron or made up of wood. A strong, broad and bent plate of the iron fixed to the one end of this material. See, its one end of the material is fixed with a strong and broad bent plate. Strong and broad bent plate. Understood? It is fixed to the one end, whereas another end is fixed to the one end is fixed to the what? Iron pot. Blunt pot is fixed to the one end of the iron. Okay, whereas it works like a blade and it is pulled by the animals. So it is also pulled by the animals. Okay, here the animals are used to pull this machine. When it is pulled by the animals, what happens? It helps in removing the weeds and also loosening the soil. Loosening the soil. Understood? Okay. So next third agricultural implement is cultivator. Okay, next one is what? Last one is cultivator. So how that cultivator looks like? So let us discuss what is the importance of cultivator. That also we will discuss now. Okay. Cultivator. Nowadays, ploughing is done by the tractor or driven by the cultivator. This use will save the time of the farmer. Okay. See, you can see this. See, wait, I will show. See, tractor which is containing just like a plough. It is made by completely of iron. So it is made completely of what? Iron. So nowadays the plough is get replaced by what? Cultivator. Okay, it will save the time. Okay, so that's why nowadays the farmers are using more of the cultivators, not the plough. Okay, so these are about the educational implements. So in the next class we will discuss about the second step, that is sowing, how the sowing is done. Okay, thank you all.